Well, all right. Welcome back for another Grimm's complete fairy tale reading. That's right. Let's dive in, shall we? Boom, we set the mood, get the lights, get the fire crackling there, and a little bit of the D-hop on the old Suzuki Pro-Master. Affiliate link down in the description now. Oh, that's right. Yeah, a little bit energy up. But let's bring it back down for the cat and the mouse in partnership. Oh, a little bit lightheaded there. A cat, having made acquaintance with a mouse, pretended such great love for her that the mouse agreed that they should live and keep house together. "We shall make provision for the winter," said the cat, "or we shall suffer hunger, and you, little mouse, must not stir out, or you will get caught in a trap." So they took counsel together and brought a little pot of fat, and then they could not tell where to put it for safety. But after long consideration, the cat said there could not be a better place than the church, for nobody would steal it there, and they would put it under the altar and not touch it until they really were in want. So this was done, and the little pot placed in safety. But before long, the cat was seized with a great wish to taste it. "Listen to me, Mouse," she said. "I've been asked by my cousin to stand godfather to a little son she has brought into the world, and he is white with brown spots, and they want to have the christening today. So let me go to it, and you stay at home and keep house." "Oh, yes, certainly," answered the mouse. "Pray go by all means, and when you are feasting and all the good things, think of me. I should so like a drop of that sweet red wine." But there was not a word of truth in all this. The cat had no cousin, and had not been asked to stand godfather. He went to the church, straight up the little pot, and licked the fat off the top. And then he took a walk over the roofs of the town, saw his acquaintances, stretched himself in the sun, and licked his whiskers as often as he thought of the little pot of fat. And then when it was evening, he went home. "Here you are at last," said the mouse. "I expect you have had a merry time." "Oh, pretty well," answered the cat. "And what name did you give the child?" asked the mouse. "Top off," answered the cat dryly. "Top off," cried the mouse. "That is a singular and wonderful name. Is it common in your family?" "What does it matter?" said the cat. "It is not any worse than Crumb Picker, like your godchild." A little time after this, the cat was again seized with a longing. "Again I must ask you," said he to the mouse, "to do me a favor, and keep house alone for the day. I have been asked a second time to stand godfather, and as the little one has a white ring round its neck, I cannot well refuse." So the kind little mouse consented, and the cat crept along by the town wall until it reached the church, and going straight to the little pot of fat, devoured half of it. "Nothing tastes so well as what one keeps to oneself," said he, feeling quite content with his day's work. When he reached home, the mouse asked what name had been given to the child. "Half gone," answered the cat. "Half gone?" cried the mouse. "I've never heard such a name in my life. I bet it's not to be found in the calendar." Soon after, the cat's mouth began to water again for the fat. "Good things always come in threes," said he to the mouse. "Again I have been asked to stand godfather. The little one is quite black with white feet, and not any white hair on its body, and such a thing does not happen every day, so you will let me go, won't you?" "Top off, half gone," murmured the mouse. "They're such curious names, I cannot but wonder at them. That's because you're always sitting at home, said the cat, in your little gray frock and hairy tail, never seeing the world, and fancying all sorts of things. So the little mouse cleaned up the house and set it all in order. Meanwhile, the great cat went and made an end of the little pot of fat. Now it's all finished. One's mind will be easy, said he, and came home in the evening quite sleek and comfortable. The mouse asked at once what the name had been given to the third child. It won't please you any better than the others, answered the cat. It's called All Gone. All Gone, cried the mouse. What an unheard of name. I never met anything like it. All Gone. Whatever can it mean? And shaking her head, she curled herself round and went to sleep. After that, the cat was not again asked to stand godfather, and when the winter came and there was nothing more to be had out of doors, the mouse began to think of their store. Come, cat, she said, we will fetch our pot of fat. How good it will taste, to be sure. Oh, of course it will, said the cat, and just as good as if you stuck your tongue out a window. So they set out, and when they reached the place, they found the pot, but it was standing empty. Oh, now I know what it all meant, cried the mouse. Now I see what sort of partner you have been. Instead of standing godfather, you've devoured it all up. First top off, then half gone, then will you hold out your tongue, screamed the cat. Another word and I'll devour you too. And the poor little mouse, having all gone on her tongue, out it came, and the cat leapt on her and made an end of her. And that is the way of the world. Ooh, the cat and the mouse in partnership. Let's read another one, shall we? The spider and the flea. A spider and a flea dwelt together in one house, and brewing their beer in an eggshell. One day, when the spider was stirring it up, she fell in and scalded herself. And thereupon the flea began to scream, and then the door asked, "Why are you screaming, flea?" "Because little spider has scalded herself in the beer tub," replied she. Thereupon the door began to creak as if it were in pain, and a broom which stood in the corner asked, "Why are you creaking for, door?" "May I not creak?" it replied. "The little spider scalded herself, and the flea weeps." So the broom began to sweep industriously, and presently a little cart came by and asked the reason. "May I not sweep?" replied the broom. "The little spider scalded herself, and the flea weeps, and the little door creaks with pain." Thereupon little cart said, "So will I run," and began to run very fast past a heap of ashes, which cried out, "Why do you run, little cart?" "Because," replied the cart, "the little spider scalded herself, and the flea weeps, and the little door creaks with pain, and the broom sweeps." "Then," said the ashes, "I will burn furiously." Now, next time the ashes grew, there grew a tree, which asked, "Little heap, why do you burn?" "Because," was the reply, "the little spider scalded herself, and the little flea weeps, and the door creaks with pain, and the broom sweeps, and the little cart runs on so fast." Thereupon the tree cried, "I will shake myself," and went on shaking till all its leaves fell off. A little girl passing by with a water pitcher saw it shaking, and asked, "Why do you shake yourself, little tree?" "Why may I not?" said the tree. "The little spider scalded herself, and the flea weeps, and the door creaks with pain, and the broom sweeps, and the little cart runs so fast, and the ashes burn." Then the maiden said, "If so, I will break my pitcher." And she threw it down, and it broke. And at this, the streamlet from which she drew the water asked, "Why do you break your pitcher, my little girl?" "Why may I not?" she replied, "for the little spider scalded herself, and the flea weeps, and the little door creaks with pain, and the broom sweeps, and the little cart runs on so fast, and the ashes burn, and the little tree shakes down its leaves, and now it's my turn." "Ah, then," said the streamlet, "now must I begin to flow." And it flowed and flowed along in a great stream, which kept getting bigger and bigger, until at last it swallowed the little girl up, the little tree, the ashes, the cart, the broom, the door, the flea, and last of all, the spider, all together. And that has been the spider and the flea. With Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales, that's right. All right. Hey, I got an affiliate link for old Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales down in the description. So set yourself up with a copy, or if you just want to shop through it to support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. In any event, I will see you on the next tailing of Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales. Thank you for your patronage. Kiss to the missus and the tip of the hat to your old cat there. Have a good one.